Hi.
Hello. Hello, Lou. How are you?
Hey, Trent.
We are the tarot dealers.
We
Just a
are,
couple of old ducks who love talking tarot.
that's it. Couple old ducks. Love talking tarot. Tarot in the cards. So,
Exactly.
yeah. What are we doing today?
We are looking at what April is bringing. We'll
Ooh.
see, because we've been, I would say, well, apart from the last 5 years, 6 years, it's been horrendous.
Let's see what April's
Let's
bringing.
bring it there. Like basically, how much more can we take?
Yeah. What's going on?
Yeah, so it's like,
What's
so
going on?
yes, so like I said, we are the tarot. We have a lot of experience reading tarot, teaching tarot, talking tarot, all things tarot.
All things
We're both
tarot.
involved with the Tarot Guild of Australia.
Yes, we are.
We are the Queensland based or Brisbane based.
Yeah, Queensland based we are. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So if you'd like to join us,
Yeah, come join us.
we
We
are
do that on the
third
third Saturday
Saturday of
of
the month.
every month.
That's right.
Yeah, you can come and join us.
Yeah.
What is it, like $10 if you're a
Yeah.
member? I think it's 15 if you're not a member. All the
Yeah.
proceeds go to the guild. It doesn't come to
Doesn't.
us at all. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun. You get to meet people. I think last month we had like just practice readings,
Yes.
the month before, what we do?
People were bringing their own decks, all different decks, and we were comparing.
Comparing them, that's right.
Because it's like
Comparisons.
it was beautiful because there were so many different decks, and
Yeah,
you'd see so many different
different things.
things.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it's
So
like,
yeah, so that's the other thing that we do,
yeah,
and that's a voluntary basis for
yeah,
us. So we volunteer our time in that. We volunteer our time in this.
yeah.
We volunteer a lot,
Oh, we
don't we?
do,
We do
we do.
volunteer a lot, but we love it. We love
Exactly.
it.
Yeah.
So
Anything to do with tarot,
anything
we're
with
in.
tarot, we're in. That's right. So here we are doing the energies of April.
Of
But
April.
before we do that,
Yeah.
we're going to do a card of the
Of the
episode.
episode, you got it
I actually
right.
got it right. Oh my God. So what have we
Let's
got
see.
going
We're
on?
going to use the light seers. So let's see what we need to be aware of for this episode, for the
Okay.
month, yeah, for this episode that we're going to look at the month of April 2026. Can you believe it's April?
Bullshit. But yeah, anyway.
Anyway, I like it just felt like Christmas yesterday. And
Oh,
it'll be
God,
Christmas before we know it.
it will
Oh,
be
it's Easter, isn't it?
Easter. Yeah. What?
Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's see what the card is for the episode.
Let's see.
We have the Eight of Swords. I love
Uh,
this one. I love the Eight of Swords in the Light Seers.
in the Light
In the
Seers
Light
deck.
Seers.
So
I
we're
really
using the
do.
Light Seers deck for those that are
Yeah.
listening. For those that are watching, you can
Yeah.
see that it is completely
It's
different
completely
from
different.
the Rider Waite.
Yeah.
However, I love it.
I really like it now. Looking and I'm looking right at that spark of light coming from the spiral. So
Mm.
I think whatever April is bringing or whatever we bring to the readings, there's going to be a spark to it. But
Yeah.
there's new life or new ideas or
Yeah,
there's
interesting. I'm getting because the spiral that's in her head, right? I'm getting that potentially there's light shone on how to not fall into the
yeah.
spiral.
Yes, because I don't know about you, but there's so much fear around at the moment.
Yeah,
And it's more, I mean, I know we've been through a lot in the last couple of years, but everything that's going on, it seems to be the media, mainstream media is really focusing on the fear.
yeah.
I know they always do, and I try not to watch it, but you walk past something and it's on. It's like we don't need it.
We
We
don't.
don't need
And
it.
I think some of what we're seeing too is just the beginning of things that are
Unraveling.
being unraveled and highlighted, and they need to be highlighted,
Yeah,
right, in order to be able to rebuild a foundation, right, and
exactly.
what that might look like. And I don't think it's over yet, just quietly. I think we're going to see a bit. And I was listening to some stuff. I can't even tell you, it's just fucking TikTok,
Yeah, oh yeah, scrolling.
yeah, scrolling through TikTok. And there's this lady on there, what's she call herself? Something brown girl. Anyway,
Okay.
yeah, she's like, go and grab yourself what did she say? Go and get yourself a cup of jar. We're going to sit and have a cosmic chit chat. And like, she's amazing, but she talks about the collapse of colonialism, right? And that is what I think we are
We are.
seeing. So, which means then things need to be brought highlighted first.
Yeah.
And I am inclined to align with some of what she's saying. I think 2027 is going to be big where we see some stuff. And I think this is the beginning of
Yeah.
seeing
Yeah.
some stuff. I know we've said that, but I think we're really getting
We're getting into it now. aren't we?
yeah. So I'll let Tren start and
Yeah.
do her thing.
Yeah. So let's just see. I seem to do
Just a little more personal,
Personal?
little closer to home
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah. But God knows what I end up
Yeah,
doing
we'll,
today.
we'll see what comes out.
See.
We'll see what comes out. So what do we, as a collective, would like to know for April, the energies of April?
Yeah.
How can we navigate the energies of April for ourselves? For ourselves.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, let's now, like always, I'll do 4 cards, 4 rows of 4. So, okay, let's just see. Well, we're starting off with the 6 of Cups, so there could be a lot of shit coming out from the past.
From the past, yeah.
No. Oh, okay. First, it's big because I have 3 major arcana in a row. Now, as Lou will say, that's a tell.
That's a tell. Yeah. I love that I've drummed that into you. Yeah.
Oh, okay. It ends. April seems to end beautifully.
Yeah.
So we start off, like I said, with the 6 of Cups. Now, as I said, that's tying in with the Ace of Swords here that we had at the beginning of the episode. So, as Lou said, there could be light shone on things for us to really kind of pull apart and let go of what we don't need to hang on to anymore.
Exactly. And I think there's some intellectualizing. I'm just looking at the card of the day. I'm not reading the rest of it. So some intellectualizing and some thoughts and processes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that 6 of Cups, I do think there is a lot of emotions and not so much fear, but there's just a lot that we don't need to carry on into April with us, because we follow it with Wheel of Fortune. This is where I'm getting the 3 majors. We have the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the Lovers in a row. So the Wheel of Fortune is after we've let go of an awful lot of stuff. Maybe we're in that space of like, shit, I don't know what I'm doing now. We're in this big tangle of this cycle moving, but I really don't know where I am. It's like you're in a spin cycle sometimes, and it's like, just keep the faith within yourself. Like, keep coming back to you. How am I feeling deep down? Stop listening to anybody else. How am I feeling deep down? And we've got the Star. So it's like, that's where I get that faith. Trust in yourself. You know what you want. You know where you want to go. You might not be going there next week, but you know where you want to be and how you want to feel. So keep that in mind. Keep that in even front and center in your mind, basically. And we've got the Lovers following the stars. We've got the Wheel of Fortune, the Star, and the Lovers in a row. So if we just go, I don't know what we're doing, I'm trusting that I'm being guided in the right place. With the Lovers coming in, there may be some new connections, new partnerships, new colleagues, new friendships coming through that will help you get through whatever you've come out of or let go of, basically. And it's really interesting because after the Lovers, we've got the 5 of Cups. So we could really be examining where we have come from, because we've done a lot of leaving shit behind. Well, we have the last couple of years. That's all we've been doing. We've been pulling our lives apart. We've been seeing what works, what doesn't. So maybe these new people, or having more faith and trust within yourself, and these new people opening your eyes to other experiences, is letting you see what, or moving your gaze from what doesn't work anymore to what does. Because we can get caught up in, that didn't work. Why didn't that work? Oh, shit, that didn't work. It's like, turn around and look what did work. Look what is working. And do not get so overwhelmed with it, because the 5 of Cups is followed by the 7 of Cups. So it's like, we could have a tendency that this is also up in the air and also new. We could be quite overwhelmed. So just give yourself a break. Just pull it back. If you have to, just say, I'm shutting the world out for today. I need some time just by myself. I need to come back to me. because that's where I'm getting it from the King of Swords. It's like, I need to come back to me. I need to be very logical and rational about what my next step is. What my next step is, because it's finally, by taking a little bit of that space for yourself, you've cleared some of your mind. You've worked out what your priority is. So how do I look at this logically? What is the next step? I'm open to new opportunities. What's my next step to take to grab hold of those opportunities, to grab hold of what I want, kind of thing. And standing your ground, you are firm in what your decisions are. You're firm in what you have decided you want for yourself with that 7 of Wands. It's very much no matter, and as human beings, we do this. We try and pull other human beings down. It's like, no, you have raised yourself up enough and worked out what you don't want anymore or no longer tolerate. Why lower yourself anymore to those people that haven't done the work? You've done the work, so stand your ground. And you don't have to explain yourself. You do not have to explain any decision you made. You made a decision that was for you and only for you. Done. That's all you have to say. Somebody told me the other day, something about, because we're going through that, we're no longer people pleasers and we're quite happy to say no. If somebody argues, just say, my soul said no. And it's like kind of freaks them out a bit that they don't question you anymore.
Says no. I love it. Yeah.
So if somebody keeps pushing, my soul says no.
Yeah.
I'm not in alignment with that. No.
Yeah, I'm not in alignment with that. Yeah.
Because we follow it with the Queen of Cups, so we really are coming back into ourselves, looking after ourselves, looking after our emotional well-being, because we have been through the ringer, quite literally. We need to come back and center ourselves, because there's something coming in that could just change our life with the Tower.
Shock us.
It just shock us into, I am on the right track, or maybe I'm not on the right track, but I've just got to veer off. Or like the epiphanies happen, the awakenings happening with this Tower. And to me, the Tower doesn't always have to be disaster. It can just be, this is what I want. I finally worked out what I want.
Yeah,
It's that sudden, you wake up and go, I'm done.
Yeah, it can be that break free.
Right? Yeah. And we've got the Page of Cups. We have a lot of cups.
Yeah, I was looking at that.
We have a lot of cups. So maybe April will be very much, we are getting in touch with our emotions. We are soul searching, really. We are soul searching and being curious about it and not putting it to one side, as we do. So, oh no, can't deal with the emotions today. No, we're pulling it out front and center and we're looking at them. And we are really taking stock with the 7 of Swords. We are really taking stock and working out what we need to keep, what we need to release.
Yeah. It's almost like there's a grief around the emotion. So there may be a lot of grief around it. Right? There's this amazingness that comes through in terms of the clarity that you spoke to in the card of the episode, as well as the thing. And here I think speaks to that
because we've got the Hermit. So I think April, because we've got a few of the cards are saying we're taking stock, we're taking space for ourselves, and the Hermit is very much saying, I can't do it today. I'm going to take space for myself. I need to re-energize. I need to just give myself space and honor ourselves. And it's okay to say, I'm just going to shut the bedroom door. Don't bother me.
Yeah, my soul says no today.
The soul says no.
Soul says
Make
no
a sign.
I love that. You need a shirt.
I need a shirt.
Soul says no. Yeah.
There is new things coming. We've got another Page of Wands. So from this self-isolation that we might put ourselves in with the Hermit, there's new ideas, not so much ideas, it's new ways of continuing forward. It's new ways that we're finding for ourselves. We're not sheep anymore. We're not following the herd. It's what I want, how I'm going to do it for me. And we've got the Empress. So with this, it's really funny. We just did a couple of weeks ago an episode on card combinations, and the Empress and the Page of Wands was all about birth, but they're swapped around. But it very much is. We are
Yeah.
bringing in we are almost bringing in a new self for ourselves. We are pulling off old coats, basically heavy old coats that we just don't need to drag around anymore. And we finish it with the Ten of Pentacles. So all what we are doing, what we are going through, what we are the soul searching, what we are creating for ourselves and putting into process for ourselves is really going to start paying dividends for us. And it might not be financial or money, but it could just be feeling good in yourself.
Well, it's a dividend, isn't it? I really like the way
it's really sort of
positioned that. Yeah.
We're discovering how much of a resource we actually are.
Yeah, yeah.
And how much we can give, how much we.
And it's choice, right? We're choosing here. That there's no expectation set. It's like what we are deciding. Yeah.
Yeah. So that's for April for us personally. So I think we are going through a huge. I mean, it's funny the Death card is not here, but it very much feels very transformative. But it's we're taking it on for ourselves. We're making that choice to do it for ourselves, not because somebody said so. It's I think I need to really clear out the attic kind of thing.
My soul says yes.
My soul says yes.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to take a photo of this.
I like that.
And then
yeah.
we'll see what
the bigger picture might be for the collective. So that, as Trent said, that's like, here's the energies for April, working with them on a personal level, right?
Yeah.
What does that look like personally? So now collectively, but personally. So now we're going to have a look at like the bigger collective picture and see if I can tap into that.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing for Rose of Earth. Okay, I'm just seeking what is it that we need to know about the wider collective, what's coming into our awareness, how do we best work with it? What might the outcome be for the end of April, right? You just got to wait till it feels right.
It feels right. Yeah.
God, that's taken a bit. Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, oh, this is interesting, but she's just started with 2 major arcana. Not
interesting.
Oh, she's done it. She's got 3. Ooh, there's a lot of there's quite a few majors in Lou's spread.
There is indeed. Okay. Right. I kind of want to go straight to the end and I start at the beginning. Okay. So we're using the Rider-Waite deck and we start with Justice, followed by the Empress, followed by the Ace of Wands, followed by the Page of Wands. So what am I getting from that? I'm getting that potentially there could be a change through an education system. We might be looking at revamping some of that. Also seeing that, let me feel into that a bit more. Okay. Without upsetting the algorithm, we may find out or have exposed or see some kind of justice around what's been going on in terms of the children in the world.
Well, that'd be nice.
Just saying, yeah, wouldn't that be nice?
That'd be nice.
So there might be some new things come up there. So changes around maybe how people work with children, changes around the justice in terms of that, or just in education itself that involves children. So that's kind of what I'm getting for that. Looking at the next row, we have the Queen of Pentacles. I love her. I think she's the sweetheart of the deck, followed by Strength, the World, and the Chariot. So I'm going to look at the Strengths, the World, and the Chariot, mainly the World and the Chariot to start with. So to me, I think there'll be a new driving force and a new direction that is going to start coming in. I feel like it's an end of a cycle, and then we're heading off in a new direction. But this is in terms of the people that lead, right? So there's some kind of change in terms of that. And I feel that in leadership, and I don't necessarily feel like it's happening in April, but I feel like April might start to uncover leadership around women. Okay, so I feel like it's women in leadership that are going to be leading with compassion and showing a new direction. Now, I'm not saying that women are going to step into leadership immediately. They may, but I feel like this is the beginning of that, where we're like,
we're seeing more women,
more and more women stepping into leadership and looking at the direction that things are actually taking, because I feel like women in this sense, or somebody who aligns with not so much the matriarchy, but it is that it's the healing journey.
Yeah.
Women are healers, right? In generally, typically speaking, I'm not saying all women, but typically speaking, I feel like this is a healing journey, potentially that they're going to take us on, because when we look at the world card, I feel like there'll be somebody anyway who, in the bigger picture, who wants to look at all of the world aspects and go, how can we, as a planet, move towards something that has a clear direction and that is more compassion, that there's more compassion for people. So yeah, there's going to be a change in the view, I think, in how we direct and lead in the direction we're taking. Then I feel there might be changes in health. Okay, something about health seems to be coming in here. Yeah, I think there's something going on in the health area where we need to look at that a little more. And what I would say about that is, if you happen to be impacted by that in April, I would say to you, maybe look a little further afield in terms of how you would normally heal yourself. So what you would normally do, maybe look a little further, a little wider in that space.
Maybe go look at the alternatives.
Yeah. Kind of look at alternatives and look, like maybe you'd normally just go, like, we're based in Brisbane. So for us, we'd be looking for something in Brisbane. Maybe you need to go a little wider. Maybe you need to go and have a look. What's going on in Melbourne? Like, where can I find this? But I feel like there's this reinvention. And I feel like we'll be looking at, it's definitely a bigger picture where we're standing there and go, okay, well, what's next? What's our next step in terms of health? Now, to take it back to a personal level, it might be like, what do you need to do with your body or your family's body to just look at a bigger picture? I really feel that there's more to this, but on a collective, it might be the health sector or the health industry itself. Like, what's going on in there? There seems to be something coming through, some changes. So if it's an unwellness, then I would be saying, well, before you do anything about that, take a step back and really have a look and go, what is the reality here for me? Or for your family? What is it I need to be aware of? Because we've kind of been in some situations before, so we want to see what's coming in now. How do we best work with this? We've gathered some data and some experience now. So when we look at health, what might that be? I feel like a lot of people also have done work on themselves in terms of health and in terms of preparedness for change. I feel like a lot of people have learned through this, like, what did you say, 6 or so years?
Yeah, 6 or so years,
to actually embrace change and go, well, what does this look like,
becoming more adaptable.
More adaptable, And the other feeling that I'm getting is that we may be looking at finance. There may be a dip, is what I want to say, without causing any fear there. Just looking at the change in that, right? But again, you're not being asked to do anything. You're being asked to observe.
Just
Stand back, have a look, let the change roll. What does this look like for you? What comes back for you? And also feeling like if you've done work in the finance sector or you've done work in the health sector, and this is on yourself, right? Then I feel that there will be some returns and some rewards for that, right? Where you're going to stand back and just watch that come to you. Okay, so then moving on, I feel again lots of emotions. So tying in with what Tren had, I feel like emotionally, people are going to be choosing their relationships a little more wisely as to who they want to connect with, who, like you said, who they want to let go, and learning from the past, right? And yet, there will be a rationalization put on that, like logically going, okay, that's great. This is what we're feeling. We're trusting our hearts now. We know what we've dealt with from the past. Now, how do we rationalize and move that into being transformative? So I think that we will see bigger thinkers on the stage who are a little bit more clear, a little bit more lenient, but also are up for the transformation.
Very direct, aren't they?
Very
That's what
direct,
people
but yeah, up for the transformation. So I think we're going to see a bit of a change in leadership. I think we're going to see a bit of a change in education, finance, and potentially health. It's all the big things, isn't it?
It is.
But it is going to come back to how do we feel emotionally, right? And then going, okay, that's that. But now I need to get practical, logical, and step forward, which again ties in with the part of the episode, right?
It does.
The new ideas, the new things.
Yeah.
So I feel like our leaders, potentially those that change,
Definitely change.
yeah, definitely change. You're going to take a more nurturing approach, as well as being practical and logical with their ideas and saying, well, this is how I see that happening.
Yeah, it feels like with I'm going to say the new leaders coming in, it feels they are really more, they're better communicators.
I would agree with that.
They are prepared to listen and then speak.
Yeah.
Instead of speaking and they're just speaking over the top and nobody else says anything. These feel they're better communicator.
And remember, it's not necessarily that this is all happening in April. I feel like this is the beginning of where we start to hear about, see, sense all of the things and go, we're seeing a change.
We're seeing a change coming
So I
through.
think like April is that. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Yeah, from a bigger picture, that's what I get.
Yeah. So looking at Lou's, she's got what, six majors. 6 majors. I think I only had the 3, 4.
Yeah, 6,
4.
which is exactly, I was going to say exactly half, but it's not.
No.
1, 2, 16, so not quite.
But that in itself is big. Looking at Lou, it looks like the first half of April may be
the bigger part. Yeah, the bigger part. Well, where we are more
start to
impacted.
observe things moving.
Yeah. That's fascinating. So I would, after you listen to this and you get to May, let us know how we've gone, because we would love to know what you feel about this.
Yeah.
So one moment while we do the
where we take the photo.
What do you say, the marketing piece?
Yes. What is the social media piece?
Media piece. So what am I trying to say?
I'm just going to remember to put it up.
So that's our energies for April. Yeah, we hope you've enjoyed that.
Yes.
So we
will come back in a couple of weeks and see how we go.
Yes, we will be back. If you've got any ideas or anything that you'd like to know, send it through.
Any questions?
Any questions? You want to know more about the Tarot Guild or us individually, because we obviously do all the things around tarot. So
so if you want to just contact us, any of the social media things, but otherwise the email is thetarotdealers@gmail.com. So send an email through. We can chat on email.
We can. Ask your questions. Don't be afraid. If there's something that we've said that you want a bit more clarity around, or you don't quite understand how we got there, send us an email about it, because we would love to share with you how we got there.
Yeah, exactly. Be interested to hear your take on things.
Be interested to hear your take on things. So that's April.
Yeah, see how April goes.
We will see how April goes. So that's it from us for this episode. So have an amazing day, whatever it is you're doing, day, night, whatever it is, wherever you are. And thank you for listening.
Yes.
Thank you for supporting us. Remember to like and share, because that's really helpful for us.
Gets us out there.
Gets us out there, So big love, and we'll catch you next time.
All right, see you later.
Bye.